play cheap. Can't waste no time sitting back, get off your feet. It feel like time been rolling, whipping through the city on the west side. Yeah, I'm done with the stressing in the best times. I'ma pull it to the beach with the blue skies. Came from the week, yeah, it's a new time. Let me take it back. I was sleeping in my class. Yeah, everything done changed in the flesh, yeah. I ain't worried about the rollie or the race, yeah. That's cheap, I'm worth way more than my chill last week. Taking in game from all the OGs. Learning this life ain't really about me, yeah. Slow down, take a breath. Don't forget you're blessed. Stop trying to figure out what's next. Let that weight fall off your chest. Know your worth and don't play cheap. Oh, no, whoa, no, whoa, whoa. Don't play cheap. Oh, no, whoa, no, whoa, whoa. Don't play cheap. Hey, just landed, had a touchdown. How to watch my flight in a rush now. Yeah, I'm sitting on a plane and the seats too tight. Thank God I'm in H-Town. Don't play cheap, got my girl in the car with the gas on E. Riding down the block, we gon' vibe to the beat. There's so many things that we gotta see. Let me take it back, way before I wrote these raps. Yeah, I'ma keep my faith in the valet. Can't take my drive like a valet. I was cooped up, now I'm souped up. I got a good guy, I don't need good luck. Don't let that stress on you. God only wants what's best for you. Slow down, take a breath. Don't forget you're blessed. Stop trying to figure out what's next. Let that weight fall off your chest. Know your worth and don't play cheap. Oh, no, whoa, no, whoa, whoa. Don't play cheap. Oh, no, whoa, no, whoa, whoa. Don't play cheap. Can't waste no time sitting back, get off your feet. Don't play cheap. Can't waste no time sitting back, get off your feet. Know your worth and don't play.
You say that you love me, don't say that you love me, 'cause I don't know how to be yours. You say that you want me, don't say that you want me, 'cause I don't know how to be yours. Yeah, I still act like an orphan, I guess, and my heart breaks to confess that even while you hold me as I cry on the floor, I still don't know how to be yours. You say that you love me, don't say that you love me, 'cause I don't know how to be yours. You say that you want me, don't say that you want me, 'cause I don't know how to be yours. 'Cause I still act like an orphan, I guess, and my heart breaks to confess that even while you hold me as I cry on the floor, I still don't know how to be yours. So love me or hate me, I'm not going anywhere. Leave me or take me, you still bear my signature. Know me or not, seen or forgotten, I'm not walking out on you. Love me or hate me, I'm not going anywhere. Leave me or take me, still bear my signature. Know me or not, seen or forgot, I'm not walking out on you. So love me or hate me, I'm not going anywhere. Leave me or take me, you still bear my signature. Know me or not, seen or forgot, I'm not walking out on you. No, I'm not walking out on you. I'm not walking out on you.
All I see is blessings, got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life, it's only lessons. They just making room for what I'm on now. I don't got a clue, but I know the one who does know how. Oh wow, it's like I'm learning the game with the maker I already know now. Destiny has my name, know it's coming, it'll never go. I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way. Our way, our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way.
I can't say that life's been perfect or complain, cause life's been worth it. And all because of who he is working, only working out for my God. And no more living in that fear, no more tears and no. Oh, he's working me and molding me, who he wants me to be.
I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way. Our way, our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way.
I can see the blessings, I can feel your presence. Leaning on the change in my heart for your endeavors. I pray I'm your reflection. I fiend for your correction. The cross brought the connection in through Jesus is perfection. Life done hit me crazy, been more stressed than ever. Living like whatever. Through the rain, I feel you drawing closer. Lord, make me better. Take me, shape me, use me. I am yours. Take me, break me for the glory of the Lord. Okay, not only does he hold me when I'm down and feel I'm folding, he my coach when I'm the goalie. Never lonely, got that hope in he who holy, holy, holy. Keep that rugged cross all on me. Need that spirit to control me. Seek that word to come and mold me, yeah. It's like I can feel the blessings coming my way, yeah. It's like I can feel the blessings coming my way.
I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the blessings coming our way, yeah. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way, our way, our way. Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way, yeah.
Farther along, I know all about it. Farther along, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Tempted and tried, I wonder why the good man dies, bad man thrives, and Jesus cries 'cause he loves them both. We're all castaways in need of rope, hanging on by the last threads of our hope. In a house, a mirror full of smoke, confusion, illusions I've seen. But where did I go wrong? I sang along to every chorus of the song that the devil wrote like a piper at the gate, leading my some men down to their fate. Some will courageously escape the seductive voice with the heart of faith, while walking the line back home. There's so much more to life than we've been told. It's full of beauty that will unfold and shine like you struck gold, my wayward son. The dead weight burden weighs a ton. I'll go down to the river and let it run, wash away all the things you've done. Forgiveness, alright. Farther along, know all about it. Farther along, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Oh yeah. La 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 la. But still I get hard pressed on every side, between the rock and the compromise, like truth in a pack of lies fighting for my soul. I got no place left to go, 'cause I got changed by what I've been shown. There's more glory than the world has known. It keeps me rambling on and skipping like a calf loosed from his stall. I'm free to love once and for all, and even when I fall, I get back up for the joy that overflows my cup. Heaven filled me with more than enough, broke down my levees and my bluffs, let the flood there's fuss, cause every knee must bow and tongue confess the Son of God, he's forever blessed. His is the kingdom and we're the guests. So put your voice up to the test. Sing, Lord, come soon. Oh yeah. Farther along the way, no I'll look about it. Farther along the way, understand why. So cheer up, my brothers, live in the sunshine. We'll understand this all by and by. Lie down.
Face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And I know, face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And be still and know you are never alone. In your darkest of times, God is still in control. And faith is not porcelain in storms disproportionate. Play this song when you need it. God is working in secret. Face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And I know, face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. You say don't worry, but I do. I'm in need of you. Tomorrow's coming, it is coming way too soon. Ooh. But I know you're good to us. And I know I should just trust you. So I will, cause you'll never fail me yet. Face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. And I know, face it, God is good, patience. Cause I know in time you will see when you taste it. Patience.
instincts all guiding me like a beast to some blood, and I can't get enough. I'm losing control, my body, my soul are slowly fading
scared in between what I hate and what I need. Savior and enemy are both trying to take my soul, and I can't hide no more. Stumble out into the light, raise my fists up to fight. Then I catch your eyes so full of love. Lord, what have I done? I cry at your feet, wounded for me and all of the monsters and men. But here in your light, we can begin again. I'm my mother's child, I'm my father's son. It took me a while, but my time is come. I'm my mother's child, I'm my father's son. Lord, took me a while, but my time is come to be born again. To be born again.
I don't need a lot, I don't need a little. When it's getting rough, meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle, you meet me in the middle. I don't need a lot, I don't need a little. When it's getting rough, meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle, you meet me in the middle. Yeah, yeah. Wake up in the morning, feel some type of way. Got the spirit on me, calling on my blades. Yeah, got it on me, ready when I pray. Cause I'm going through something every single day. Holy Ghost working me, now I'm feeling it. From my head to my toes, baptize me in it. Cause all I want, all I need is your spirit. So cover me up in your glory. Devil wanna stop me, I don't want the fame. He just wanna party and turn off my flame. Whoa, yeah. I don't need a lot, I don't need a little. When it's getting rough, meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle, you meet me in the middle. I don't need a lot, I don't need a little. When it's getting rough, meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle, you meet me in the middle. Yeah, I've been through a lot, they all wanna stop. My way to the top of his glory, yeah. People wanna type, say I missed my shot. I just let God shoot for me, yeah. Holy Ghost working me, now I'm feeling it. From my head to my toes, baptize me in it. Cause all I want, all I need is your spirit. So cover me up in your glory. Devil wanna stop me, I don't want the fame. He just wanna party and turn off my flame. Whoa.
I got a homesick heart, but a long ways left to go. I've been doing my part, but I ain't got much to show. So I'm asking you to show me some forgiveness. It's all for you in my pursuit of happiness. Chasing that life, moving on, cause I had to prove. There ain't no life worth doing what I did to you. So I'm asking you to show me some forgiveness. It's all for you in my pursuit of happiness. I've got dreams that keep me up in the dead of night, telling me I wasn't made for the simple life. There's a lot I see, but it's far in the distance. I'm asking you to show me some forgiveness. It's all for you in my pursuit of happiness. I've been working all night, maybe you could help me to believe this song ain't nothing if the song can't set you free. So I'm asking you to show me some forgiveness. It's all for you in my pursuit of happiness. I've got dreams that keep me up.
Check, check. Come on in, guys. Come on in and grab a seat. If you're out in the lobby or outside, come in and grab yourself a seat in the auditorium.
I'm asking you to show me some forgiveness. It's all for you in my pursuit of happiness. Sometimes you leave the ones you love, but
Head on in, folks. We got some room up front.
Yeah, make your way up front. Mike and I don't smell that bad. Or at least I don't.
Yeah, no promises for me. Sorry.
Come on in, grab yourselves a seat.
Happiness, happiness. I'm singing. Happiness.
Hey, what's up,
Welcome.
everybody? How we doing
I
out
love
there? Oh my goodness, guys, come on in, grab a seat. If you're still out in the lobby, make your way in, grab a seat. I'm so glad everyone's here. Mike, are you glad everyone's here?
I am pretty glad as well. I combining two words. If you are coming in and grabbing a seat, extra points to you if you actually grab your seat.
Yeah.
But mostly just sit down in it.
You can
That'll
just
suffice.
sit down in it. Actually, that's optimal. I would advise just sitting in the seat. You don't have to grab it. But, you know, you can do either one if you want. It might get
It's a free
tiring after a
country.
while.
Do what you want.
Hey, guys, my name's Matt. I'm one of the ministry leads here on the youth team.
And I'm Micah. I will be hosting with Matt today.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes, he will. Guys, something that I want to make you aware of, that a lot of you are probably already aware of this, but some of you, either whether you're new or you just don't listen to announcements, which is actually a lot of people. You want to hear something
Myself
funny?
included.
I don't even listen to the announcements. I was talking to someone the other day, one of the high school students. I won't say any names because that would be rude. I was talking to a high school student and they asked me a question about something about like summer camp or something that we share every single week on announcements during the announcement time. And they asked me a very basic question about it, and I was like, what?
Did it go something like this? Like, hey, when's summer camp? And then on your end, you're just like, I have no clue when summer camp actually is. I don't know. I announce it every week, but I have no clue.
No, of course not. They asked me about something, and I was like, I say this every week from stage with a microphone. I literally scream it into your ears. So I implore you, listen up. There's some good information that we have to give, starting with our social media pages. We have an Instagram and a TikTok because we're hip and jive. Yes, you do. And if any of you out there have a TikTok, please follow us. We post some pretty awesome stuff. Instagram. You can also text in RLMHS to the number on the screen. That way you get what we call our text blast, which is just a reminder of different events coming up or just random things that we want to remind you about, because we're a youth ministry that reminds people of things. Isn't that right?
That sounds like an insurance ad or something, but yes. The text blast is super helpful for those of you who forget, like myself.
Yes.
And it helps to just remind of upcoming things. Speaking of upcoming things, what do we have upcoming this weekend? I actually don't even know what day it is.
What day it is? Well, thank you for asking. It is Monday.
No, not today.
Oh, sorry. What day is it?
I'm not that out
It's
of
Monday.
it.
Of course you know what day it is. Guys, we have this weekend on Friday.
Oh, that was good.
This weekend. We've got, how many of you guys know it? What do we have? What do we have going on this Friday? Prom! There it is.
Whoa.
Hey, if you like to dance, if you like to eat awesome, amazing, just delicious desserts that we're gonna have there, you're gonna wanna come to prom. And more than that, you're gonna wanna sign up for prom ASAP, because if you wait to buy a ticket at the door, it's gonna be $10 more. That's a rhyme. And
That
that's
is good.
also, it's a bad deal for you if you wait. So don't procrastinate, don't wait, get your tickets. It's gonna be a blast.
I was trying to rhyme with it, but there's no
I
chance.
know, don't wait.
Too quick.
Don't
hesitate.
hesitate.
Oh,
That's another one.
okay.
Ultimately, guys, we don't want you to wait, and also we want you there because it's gonna be awesome. Mike and I are gonna be there. We're gonna
Here's the
dance.
thing. I know for sure what's holding these people back. How many of you are actually going to prom?
How many of you are actually
Raise your
planning
hands.
on going to prom?
For those of you who aren't going to prom, don't worry. I know what you're thinking.
Yep.
They're thinking, I don't know how to dance.
You don't know how to
I cannot dance. Matthew, do you have a go-to dance move?
I do have a few go-to dance moves, but Micah, I'm curious if you have a go-to dance move that you can teach the crowd.
I have a go-to dance move. In fact, this is the only dance move I know. If you're brave enough, especially those of you in the front row, can you guys just all stand up?
Everybody stand up.
I need some moral support. Everyone stand
Hey,
up.
I don't care if you're
Stand
brave
up.
or not.
Let's go.
Stand to your
Let's go.
feet right now.
Okay.
Before I just lose my
Okay,
mind.
so this is the one dance move that I know, and it's the only dance move you need
You guys aren't going to want to miss
at
this.
the
I
entire
promise.
prom dance. This is all you need, okay? Okay, front and center, silence.
Yeah, shh. Quiet.
Okay, so I need you guys to put your feet together. Everyone, feet together. You're doing it wrong, feet together.
Feet
There we go.
together.
Step one, feet together, knees out. Yep. And then you just let it flow up
Just
your
let-
body. You just woo, and then you go back down. And you just keep doing it. And that's all you need. People will be like, that person there knows how to
That
dance.
person
They've
knows
got
how to
the
dance.
moves.
And I really want to be like them.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
And that's at least what's going through my mind when I'm doing it. I bet all these people out here want to be like me.
They just want to be like me. So guys, if you're like, I don't want to go to prom because I don't have a dance move, that's not an excuse anymore, because
Not
you just saw the
anymore.
dance move. You don't have a tuxedo?
Me
That's all right.
neither. And I'm still going. It's going to be great.
Nobody has a tuxedo. Some people do.
That's like a really 1920s thing to have just on hand.
Which, speaking of which, if we ever did a 20s themed dance, I would totally be down for that. Plug for next year's prom. Not really sure if that's gonna happen. Anyways, guys, come to prom, buy your tickets. It's gonna be a blast. We're all gonna be there. You're not gonna wanna miss out. And something else coming up shortly after prom.
What is it?
He beat us to the punch. Yes, summer camp, guys. Hey, let me tell you a secret. We're actually starting to run out of space in our summer camp. We're starting to run out of actual beds that we can give people because there's so many people that are signed up already. So guys, don't wait, because if you wait too long, I hate to break it to you, you might miss out on a spot at camp. Guys, camp is just an incredible time. It's a fun time. It's a life-changing time. So many people, if you talk to anyone who's ever been to camp, guaranteed they've had a life-changing experience or some form of...
Good or bad, it's a life-changing.
Either way, it'll change your life, either for the better or for the worse. Most likely for the better.
Let's hope.
I feel like walk away from camp just for the better. So yeah, there's the dates for you right there. High school camp is July 5th through the 9th. it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so much fun, guys. I've been excited for camp probably for the last
I've been excited for camp for at least the last 365 days.
for the
at
last
least.
360.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much since last year's camp ended, it's like, who's ready for round 2? Summer camp, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Hey, and then tonight we've got our after-hour snack is some gummies, gummy bears, gummy snacks. I don't really know what to call them, just gummies.
Gummies. That's good enough.
Guys, so I hope you're excited for that. And lastly, I want to let you guys know about one more thing, our student leadership. Guys, if you're in here and you're interested in taking a next step in your walk with God, growing your leadership, developing yourself as a person, as a leader, as a Christ follower, please consider doing student leadership. It'll be an awesome opportunity to really dive into that and hone in on some of that stuff. Guys, if you're interested at all, we have our info meeting July 18th. That's a Sunday. We give you free food at that info meeting. Yeah. I know. I was kind of hoping for like a standing ovation there, but you know, hope as you might. There it is. Thank you.
This guy brings the
please.
energy for the entire crowd.
Guys, if you're interested in that at all, July 18th, it's in Mod A, which is the little building over there in between the two bigger buildings. Guys, we'll give you some food. We'll talk to you about what that looks like. If you have any questions, find me, ask me about it. I can answer any of your questions.
All right, Matthew, we've hit the magic point in time where nobody's paying attention anymore.
Oh,
but
gosh. It's been like 3 minutes already.
I know, we've lost it. We've lost the touch. But, guys, focus up on this one fact that Matthew's about to say. It's not a fact. He's just finishing up the rest of the announcements.
I'm just finishing up. Guys, remember, prom this Friday. Get your tickets.
There'll be free giveaways at prom.
I forgot about, yes, free giveaways. Summer camp is coming up. Sign up ASAP. Student leadership. If you have any questions, come ask me. And with that, we're going to just give you a little sneak peek of what camp looks like. We have a camp video we're going to play, so direct your attention towards the screen.
We're back, baby.
Hey, well that wasn't summer camp, but it was similar to what summer camp will feel like, which is awesome and so much fun. And with that, without further ado, guys, who's ready to be bean boozled?
Ooh.
Oh man. Alrighty, so I believe we're gonna need 6 volunteers. Does that sound about right? 6 volunteers?
That sounds good.
That sounds good. How about 8? 1 from each grade.
That
a guy and a girl
sounds
from
good
each
as
grade.
well.
Okay, you get the guys. A freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I'll find the ladies. Where you at? Ladies, where you at?
All right, this time
Yes, in the
I'm
back
gonna
there,
look
right
for
there,
the
yes,
guys
with the black
who are the
tank
least
top.
excited
Both of you,
to
yeah,
play
both
this
of you.
game. I just need the people who are least excited. Cadence, it looks like you're least excited. Go ahead, go on up there. Cadence, what grade are you in?
Right there, yes. With the
13th grade. That's a lie. Are you least excited?
Salmon.
I can't
In the
have
back
you.
there
Okay,
with the
I'm sorry.
gray.
I need
Yes,
someone
you were
least
just raising your
excited.
hand. There
Dude,
you
you look
go.
way
How
too
many is that?
excited. Where's a glum face? Okay, go up there. Go ahead.
Come up to the front. Come
You
up to
look
the stage.
least excited. Well
Get in
done.
line
Go
right
up
here.
there. Okay, I
gonna
need one
be-
more guy. One more
gonna be
guy.
incredible.
Guy. You're too excited. You can't be playing this game. Okay.
All right,
You look
get in
pretty
line right here,
unexcited.
guys.
Get
in
on
line,
up
get in
there.
line. Yeah, come up here
Yes,
and get in line. How
perfect.
many ladies do we have? 1, 2, 3. We need one more lady. Where you at? Yes, all right. You just jumped up and got extremely excited suddenly. Gosh. Guys, I gotta be honest, I'm excited for this game. Because this isn't Bean Boozled like the nasty like toothpaste or all those nasty beans. This is spicy edition.
Ooh.
Just to get our summer kicked off well, we're gonna start off with a nice fiery, hot.
Hey, this is the first day of summer. Did you guys know that?
It's the first day of summer.
Yeah.
What?
Whoops.
There's no way.
That's the wrong information.
Okay, so here's the premise of the game so that you guys know what's gonna happen to them on stage right now. What we're gonna do is we've got this handy dandy little spinner. Is that what they're called? A wheel? A spinner?
There's probably a cooler name.
The wheel of unfortunate. Yes. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna spin it. I can't really spin it with one hand, but you get the premise.
Here,
They're gonna spin it.
I'll help
there
you
you
out.
go. There you go.
Here, hold that up towards the crowd. Oh,
There
this
we
isn't
are.
gonna work for sure. Oh,
There it is. It's gonna spin, 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 and land
and
on
you
one.
would have had to have habanero.
I'll tell you the options. There's the sriracha. Sriracha beans are pretty spicy, but not too bad. Then there's the cayenne pepper. Then there's the jalapeno. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. Then we've got the habanero. Fun fact, I've had a habanero pepper and I literally cried. I cried, I couldn't help myself. And then last but not least, we have the Carolina Reaper.
Ooh, that's
which
the
is a
hottest pepper
bean
in the world, I'm pretty sure.
Among the most
Don't fact check
crazy of
that.
beans of all time. So they're gonna spin it. And guys, I'm curious if you guys are interested. They could either just do one bean, which is kind of or since they're competing, Micah, look what they're competing for. Do you see that? Since they're competing for this giant thing of, do you guys think they should do one bean or like 3 beans? You guys think 3 beans? 4 beans? I think. All right, let's start with 3 beans just to see. So why don't you spin it? Oh. There it is. You
Hey,
got
Matthew.
the jalapeno. I'm just gonna run down the line 3 times. So once you spin it, just grab your bean out of there. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, the Carolina Reaper. That's a bummer. All right, here we are. Jalapeno, yeah, go grab that. That's good. Cayenne pepper.
Hey, is there an actual point to this game?
Yeah. Habanero. Oh, cayenne.
Do not eat your beans.
Jalapeno. There we
yet.
go. Nope. Oh, there it is. That's a Carolina Reaper. Okay. So what the premise of this game is, don't eat it yet. We're going to run through and Michael will help you get some more beans too. But the premise of this is that they're going to have to eat the bean, or beans, plural, and then they're going to have to make literally no facial, any sort of hints that they're in any sort of discomfort at all. So any flinching, any watering
Does that
of the
include
eyes.
like runny nose? You're just snotting everywhere. Does that include that as well?
Yeah, their body mustn't respond to the heat of the beans at all. Otherwise, they're out of there. So no sniffling. Sniffling's for weak people, and you're not weak people.
Well, you might be, but I don't know.
You might
We'll
be,
see.
but right now you're not weak people. You're powerhouses, and it's going to be great. So, do you guys have one bean? Okay, we'll start with one bean and then kind of just work up from there. Does that sound good? Alrighty. On the count of 3, I'm gonna need you guys to help me out here. You're gonna count down from 3 with me. They're gonna shove the bean in their mouth, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Eat that bean. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. Where are we at
crying?
here?
What
It
if I
takes
told
a
you a
second.
really sad story? Would
It
you be
takes a
crying?
second.
She's
He's
not even
feeling
crying.
it.
Not even
He's
phased.
feeling it. How are you feeling right now?
Great.
Great, he says. Okay, there it is.
What
Michael,
if I told you about Marley and me? Would you start tearing up a little bit?
Oh, gosh. Marley and me?
Is that
Whoa,
an actual
whoa.
reaction?
Whoa.
He's such a good
Okay,
dog.
Micah, why don't we run down and just have them pick another bean out
All
of
right.
the thing?
Take
Just close
a
your eyes and pick a bean.
Small
Hey, close your
handful
eyes
there.
and pick a bean. There we go.
Yeah, just like
Gosh,
2 or
all right, how we
3 or
feeling?
something.
Tastes
2
like a
or 3,
jalapeno.
just a small handful.
Says tastes
There
like
we
a
go.
jalapeno.
2 or 3.
I don't know about you, but
Oh,
that would
come
make
on,
me tear
that's-
up a little bit. What about you? How are you
That's
feeling?
2. That's 2.
Pretty
okay.
good.
Pretty
Let's get
good, she
2
says.
or 3.
How are you feeling?
I
can live through it.
He can live through it.
Yeah, like 2
That's-
or 3.
That's probably a good thing.
That's
I do not
perfect.
want anyone dying tonight.
Just-
that would be
Whoa,
just truly terrible.
Go.
All right, how are we feeling over here?
Is that 1? Grab like 2 or 3.
It's spicy, she says. I see
There
a
we
little
go.
bit of sweat forming. Yes.
It's good.
It's good.
right.
What? All right,
Go
why don't
for
you wait, we gotta wait.
2
We
or
gotta wait.
3.
We gotta wait.
Yeah. Hey, Noah, how many do you think you can do? All of them?
He says all of them.
We'll save it for a second, okay?
We'll save it. If you win this round, we'll let you eat
Yeah,
all of
okay,
them. Okay.
Perfect.
Are the contestants ready?
I think they are.
Yes. All right.
Booger flavor.
We're gonna count down from 3 again, and then they're going to eat. How many beans do you have in your hands? 3. She has 4. She has 2. Anywhere from 2 to 4 beans in their hands. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yes, all of them. Oh no. Oh no. I can feel the intensity. Here it is. How are you feeling?
Very spicy.
Oh no.
Very spicy.
Fine. It's not even good. Like,
Absolutely wonderful.
I feel dead, but
The
He's
flavor's
like,
nice.
I'm having a pretty good day, but I don't know.
Fine. Oh my. Hey, Cadence, I
Okay.
believe that's a reaction. Get out of here, man.
Okay.
You lose. Oh, her eyes are watering. She's out of here. All right, are we looking over here? I'm watching
You what?
you.
You don't want
Are
to
you
eat the
feeling
whole
good?
thing?
You
No,
feeling
but you were
good?
talking so much
No
smack.
smiling. No
You will.
smiling. That's another
Okay.
facial reaction there.
Can each one of you grab like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 or 10?
Oh, you're
I don't know.
gonna. I see it. I see it. All right, get out of here. Go sit down. Get yourself a glass of milk.
That's pretty good. Just go. Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it.
So,
You gotta eat it. No, I'm just kidding.
fun fact: I actually had
That's
a
pretty good.
Carolina
That's pretty
Reaper
good.
one.
I'll just look at you with like disappointment if you haven't
I
grabbed
cried.
enough.
I almost
no, that's
cried.
Probably too much.
I
We don't
didn't
want
cry
you to, like, be
actually,
sweating. That's good.
but
That's
I
good.
almost
That's good.
did.
All right.
And then I got some water, and believe it or
That's
not,
pretty
water
good.
does
That's
not
pretty
help.
good.
Water does not
No,
help
just
this
grab
situation.
A couple, just grab a couple.
Alrighty.
Like
We're down to the
three
last
more,
few. Why don't you
three
guys
more.
squeeze in? There we go. Reform the line. All right, how
really
are we
just-
feeling over here?
They taste bad.
They taste bad, she says. Of course they do. It's not supposed to taste good. Otherwise, you just get the regular jelly
I'm gonna
beans.
tell
How you
the Jelly
feeling?
Belly
Not
Factory.
good.
Not good. All right, are they ready to eat their next
Not
one?
good.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Eat the beans. All of them. Unless
Christina's
you can't
like,
handle
wait
it.
a minute.
Can you handle it? She's not feeling good. Judah is just clapping. What? This is the weirdest
What
thing.
in the world?
All right. How we feeling?
it still tastes gross.
They still taste gross. Nothing's changed.
Nah.
You gotta finish chewing them and swallowing them. Where are we at?
Hey, Matthew, the guy down here, Noah's got an OP strategy over here. He's just swallowing them without chewing them.
He's just swallowing them without chewing them.
I mean, he's gonna feel them later, but
He just
probably
swallowed
not
5. Is that
now.
cheating? Does that count as cheating? What does he get for cheating? We could just make him go sit down, or we could make him eat the rest of these like 15 beans right there.
There is, here, Matthew, you keep him distracted for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna count these.
So why do you think that's just swallowing them whole is not cheating?
You didn't say we had to chew them.
That's fair. It was implied. Oh my goodness, does she take herself out? How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
She feels pretty good. Wow, I'm impressed. All right.
I love spicy foods.
You love spicy foods? All right, you're not doing well over here, are you?
I want the jelly beans.
She wants those really bad. All right.
All right. So I think the fairest way to do this is we need to do a rock, paper, scissors competition.
Okay.
And the last person eats the rest of these 33 beans.
Wow. And then they win the
Then
jelly
they win
beans if
that,
they.
okay.
I dig that.
Okay,
you two
pair up.
rock paper scissors now.
Hey.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
there it is.
sorry, dude.
We got the winner
okay,
right here.
so it's you two?
No, not 2 out of 3. Are you kidding me? This is the finals.
Those were hot, weren't they?
Alrighty,
Okay, you
last
can
2
go ahead.
rock paper scissors for a chance to win it all.
Oh, okay,
Oh
okay.
no.
All right. Are you prepared to wait? Who won?
She won.
She won. Are you prepared to eat all 33 of these? It's a
doesn't-
wonderful prize, and I'm pretty sure the crowd will just like shout your name. They'll
Yeah.
stand up and be like,
I will.
"You're the best!"
Hey guys, do we want Hannah to do this? Give a shout if you want Hannah to do this.
Okay.
The crowd wants it. Give the people what they want, Hannah. Come on.
Terrible
Alrighty.
rule in life, but
Let's give a countdown from 5. 5,
You might-
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Are you going one at a time? No,
You just gotta do as many as
just
you
go
can,
for
as
it.
many
Oh
as you
my
can.
goodness. How you feeling?
on a scale
Wow.
of like 1 to 10, where are you at?
Where's your soul
You're at a 10,
right now?
so you can't get any hotter from here. That's motivation.
All
Just
right, next
keep
one. Let's
going.
keep going. Oh my goodness. We should get. I don't know if I couldn't do this. I couldn't do. She's
Is it-
struggling.
okay, between 1 and 20 now, because you already got to 10.
You got
Where
to
you
10
at?
so quick. I think she's at 10 before she even started this.
I'll be honest, I'd have like
Oh, no.
1.
Where are we at? We need to get it. Just a second. Keep them going.
Okay, so like between 1 and 20, where you at? 19. Okay, we're gonna cut it there. All right. What was your name?
There it is. And she is just down for the count. Guys, give it up for Hannah. We are so proud of her.
All right, Hannah. Oh, no. You do not have to eat the rest of those, but you do get whatever that is of jelly beans. Well done.
Well done, Hannah. Okay, guys. Hey, we've got Heath coming up here in just a second. He is going to celebrate some people and just, at least I think he's coming up here. Is he not coming? Someone?
Just go ahead and keep going, I would say.
Okay, Heath is coming up here and he's going to celebrate some people. So actually I just got the memo. He is coming up after the message. So right now we got Bryce coming up. He's going to finish off our series Waitlisted. So Micah, you want to pray for him?
Yeah, I'm also ultra curious what this bench press thing is for.
I know, Micah,
but
can you bench this?
We will wait and see. I could not even get close to touching that, but.
Do you even lift, bro?
No. All right, I'm going to pray. Bryce is going to come out, and then he's going to give a wonderful message. All right, God, thank you so much for just bringing all these students here. Thank you for being a God who cares about us. In my mind, you could have just as easily been a God who just doesn't care. You're just up in the sky, don't care what we do. But God, you're not that. You actually care about us. You love us. You're here with us. You're walking with us through life. God, thank you so much for being that kind of God. Thanks for loving us, and thanks for never leaving us. In your name we pray, amen.
All right. Well, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Bryce, and I am the high school and young adult pastor here at Real Life Post Falls campus. And I love being here. And so for those of you that don't know me, some of you are pretty new to the youth group. I'm super glad you're here. And some of you have known me for the past couple years, but some of you do know this story, some of you don't. So I'll just share it anyway. So I grew up and I was a very, very, very skinny kid, like almost as skinny as my legs right now. That's why I wore shorts. Anyway, that joke didn't land as good as I thought it would. Whatever, you guys are lame. Just kidding. No, so I grew up very, very skinny kid. And just to give you some context, because it's in your world, my freshman year, I was 6'2", 135 pounds. Like, I was a rail, super skinny. I got made fun of all the time for how skinny I was. And I remember making the varsity basketball team. That was like a big deal at that time for like a freshman to make the varsity team. And so I made it, and first day of practice, I'll never forget it. I'm there and like everybody's older than me, and so I'm kind of like already nervous. And I'm in there and we're playing shirts and skins. If you don't know what that is, that means one team's got their shirts on, other team does not. I was one of the skins, okay? So don't got my shirt on, and I mean, the jokes started coming, and my coach jumped right on in, and I'll never forget what he called me that day because it was the most demoralizing thing. He called me a Holocaust victim in front of the entire team. And so from that point on, the rest of my freshman year, I was known as the Holocaust victim. I don't even know if people knew my name at that point. That's what I got called. I mean, I kid you not, from class to class, it was like, oh guys, watch out, he might blow over in this wind, okay? You know, it's like stupid stuff like that. And it got to the end, like towards the end of my freshman year, and I had this decision. I made this commitment. I will never, ever let anybody ever call me that again. I will work out so hard. I'm going to push myself so that no one ever calls me a Holocaust victim again. Like, I was going to push myself. So we had a guy at our church at that time. He was like this jack dude, kind of looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, he was oh yeah, I love the enthusiasm, man. You should be up front more. I love it. Okay. Sweet. So he looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was an absolute beast in the weight room. I mean, literally like deadlifted 600 pounds. This guy was a monster. And I went up to him, I was like, yo, I need to gain some weight. I want to be as jacked as Arnold Schwarzenegger or Seth Rogen, if some of you know Seth Rogen in here. I'm like, dude, I want to look like these guys, right? Yeah, so anyway, so I asked this guy, I was like, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to become big? What do I got to do to become strong? And I thought he was going to talk about this like weightlifting program, and he started asking me like, how much do you eat? I was like, how much do I eat? He's like, well, because we can work out all day long, but if you don't have anything, you don't eat enough food, you're gonna gain any weight. And I'm like, I think I eat a lot. Like, I eat a lot of food. Like, my parents always complain about the food bill around me, and I'm like, I know it's because of me. So it must be that I eat a lot. And he was like, well, clearly, Bryce, you don't eat enough. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, how many calories do you think you eat in a day? I was like, I have no idea how many calories I eat in a day. And he goes, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start you off on a 10,000 calorie a day diet. I don't know if you know that or know this, but most people eat about 8,000 calories in a week, let alone 10,000 calories in a day. So when he told me this, I was like, oh my goodness, this is not gonna be super pretty. And so I'll just kind of give you what I ate my first day. And before I do that, I remember what he told me. This is super crucial and super important. He warned me on the front and he goes, Bryce, I need you to know this, that before you get into this, I want you to know that this is going to be incredibly uncomfortable for you. This is gonna be super uncomfortable. And I was like, please, you're telling me I get to eat all the ice cream I want, all the cake I want, all the whatever I want, and I'm gonna actually reach my weightlifting goals? I'm in, okay? I'm like, I won't get made fun of, and I'm gonna put on muscle. This is gonna be great. So I'll tell you what the first day looked like. So he's like, Bryce, this is gonna be super uncomfortable. I was like, whatever. I wake up and I realize this meal plan he gave me, because it's not even a diet at this point, it's a meal plan. First thing, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. just because I didn't have enough time to get the food in. Wake up at 5 a.m., I had to eat a whole carton of eggs, and I did this every single morning. There's only so many ways you can make eggs, guys. At that point, you just start cracking them in a bowl and just start chugging them, and it's disgusting. 12 eggs every single day. 2 pieces of toast, sometimes a bowl of oatmeal, some amino acids, a cup of orange juice, and then a small protein shake. And then I would go to the gym. After the gym, I had to eat a 1,500 calorie protein shake. I mean, I kid you not, we put like ice cream in this, peanut butter in this, all kinds of protein powder in this. And I did this, so that was my post-workout meal. Then I would go to school. We had a snack period. During snack period, I ate 2 peanut butter and Nutella sandwiches, a can of tuna, a protein bar, a protein shake, and a bag of chips. I had the same exact thing for lunch later that day. Then I would go work out, and then after the second workout of the day, I had to eat another 1,500 calorie shake. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, I am so bored just hearing this guy. Trust me, it's boring for me to say this. I know, it's insane. I really love your enthusiasm. Okay, so 1,500 calorie shake, and then after, so I'll let you know what happened first day. I get home after eating all this food, and I'm on the couch just passed out. How many of you have ever been in a food coma before? This was like a food coma on steroids, and I fell asleep, and I'm not feeling good at all. My dad comes home, and I'd ask my dad, just before you start judging him, I'd ask my dad, Dad, I want you to push me. I want to be the best that I could possibly be. Like, I'm committed to this, and I need you to hold me accountable to this. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get as big as I possibly can. And so he comes home, and there's a sandwich still on the table because I didn't eat it that day because I was so full. And he comes in and he says, hey, Bryce, there's a sandwich that you left on the counter. You need to eat this. And I was like, Dad, I can't eat this anymore. Like, I don't know if you know, but I'm done eating all day. Like, I can't eat another thing. He's like, Bryce, this is what you committed to. You're going to be a man of your word. And I was like, I mean, I don't know if you know how this is going to work, but I'm going to sleep here, okay? That's not what happened. So nothing else happens after that. My dad literally, he just walks into the kitchen, and all I hear is the blender going. I'm like, this can't be good. He brings my peanut butter and Nutella sandwich out, blended up in this blender with like my protein powder stuff, and all of it is in this thing. And I kid you not, like, it was the most disgusting thing. Like, imagine drinking this in just peanut butter bread chunks coming down, and you're like drinking this thing, and it is like, it just makes me cringe to this day, like thinking about that experience. I immediately hurled after, like I threw up everywhere, not pretty. And so that didn't even cap off the day. Then I did what's called carb loading at the end of the day. I had to have some pasta or some rice dish at the end of the night, and then right before I went to bed, I'd have another 1,500 calorie shake. And that's what I did every single day for 3 months. I went into that summer, 135 pounds. Out of the summer, I came out 205 pounds. Yeah. Right? Yeah, some of you didn't think I could do that. I watch TikTok, okay? Man, you're on a roll. Okay. Anyway, so I ate all this stuff, and this is what I did every single week, and I ended up getting this size. Now, I just want to be very clear. I would never recommend what I did. I would never, ever, ever recommend that kind of diet, that kind of meal plan. But the results that it produced were unbelievable. Now, I will say I didn't gain all muscle. Like if you're sitting there going, oh, that's 70 pounds of muscle. I just want to say there's no way you can eat that much food in a day and not put on fat and muscle, okay? Like I didn't come out this looking like Seth Rogen or looking like the Hulk. No, I mean, didn't look like that at all. But I was a different person. I looked way bigger. I had a lot more muscle and I was a lot different. And here's what I really want us to take away from that. Is that my growth, albeit physically, right, was just on the other side of my comfort zone. My physical growth was just on the other side of my comfort zone. And here's what I want us to talk about tonight. Because here's what's so important. Is in this season of waiting, it is so uncomfortable. There's a lot of uncomfortability happening in your seasons where you feel like you're constantly waiting on God. You feel like, man, what is God up to? Why is God not answering this prayer? Why is God not doing this the way that I want him to do it? Here's what I need you to hear tonight. Your growth is always just on the other side of your comfort zone. I'm going to say that again. Your growth is always just on the other side of your comfort zone. So as we wrap up this series called Waitlisted, here's what I need us to understand and grasp. Here's what I want us to think about. Waiting is so uncomfortable for us. Why? Why is waiting so uncomfortable for us? It's this. Because you and I love being in control. You and I hate when we are not in control. When we don't know what the outcome of our decisions are going to be, or we're not in charge of what the outcomes are, you and I don't like it. Think about when you were a little kid. This is something that you've always struggled with. This is something I've always struggled with, right? No one had to teach us to say, that's mine, right? That's my toy. Or no one had to teach us to get upset when we didn't get things my way, right? Or your way. You got upset and you got frustrated because you want and you desire and you long to be in control of your own life. But it's the same thing for me. I want to be in control of my own life. And if you think that was something that you struggled with when you were just a little kid, let me help paint a little picture, because it's something that you and I struggle with right here, right now. Think about whenever you drive in your vehicles, maybe you think the person driving the car is either too crazy, they're not crazy enough, they drive too slow, or they don't drive fast enough, right? Or if you're not the driver, you're the DJ, or you don't like the person that's in the DJ seat, you wish you could control what music is being played, right? Some of you are like, they're playing some horrible music, I don't like that music, I want some Fetty Wap, I want some whatever. I don't know if Fetty Wap's a big deal nowadays. Just stop. All right, I'll stop. But yeah, some of you want the aux cord. You want control no matter where you are, no matter in what season you're in. And so there are a number of reasons why you and I want control, but ultimately it breaks down to that is what is most comfortable for you, and that is what's most comfortable for me. That is what's most comfortable for you, and that is what is most comfortable for me. And so when we find ourselves, listen to me, when we find ourselves in these seasons where we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting, going, God, do you hear me? Do you see the situation that I'm in? I feel like I've been honoring you. I feel like I've been telling my friends about you. I feel like I've been listening to you. I feel like I started reading my Bible. I started coming to church. I started doing these things. Why do I feel like I'm still waiting on you to provide for me? When you're in those seasons, And maybe you're in here tonight and you feel like, man, I'm in that season right now. What do you do? What do you do? How do we respond, and what can we do about it? This is exactly what I want us to talk about tonight. And I just want to be clear that what you're going to find may not be what you want to hear, but it is what you need to hear. Because as I read this and I was challenged by this the past couple weeks now, it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it was everything I needed to hear. So just know that as we dive in tonight. So I want us to look at the life of a man who wrestled in this waiting season. And it wasn't just he waited for, a couple days or he waited for a couple weeks. His entire life to see what God was doing in his life from the very beginning. And his name's Joseph. So Joseph, let me just give you some context for this guy, Joseph. Some of you have heard this story before. Some of you have not. Joseph was the youngest of 12 boys. How many of you are the youngest in your family? So then you are the youngest and the oldest. Okay. So youngest in the family. Joseph was the favorite from his father, Jacob. Jacob loved Joseph. It was very evident, very clear. Even the Bible says that Jacob he played favorites. He loved Joseph more than he did the other brothers. But what that word loved actually translates to is he was more loyal. He cared. He was more favorable towards the youngest brother over the older brothers. Okay? So he's playing favorites. He makes Joseph this really cool robe. Like it'd be like your parents buying you the most up-to-date Jordans, right? And they don't buy any of the other siblings anything, or they don't make any of the other siblings anything else. And it's like, wow, like you're clearly the favorite. Imagine being the older brothers. You're probably not very fond of your little brother at this point, right? It gets better for Joseph. Listen. So then Joseph, he's given this unique ability to have these crazy dreams that end up coming to fruition, yet no one knows it at the time. So Joseph has this ability to not only dream, but interpret dreams as well. And so Joseph comes to his brothers. He has these two dreams, and he comes to his brothers both times that he has them, and he shares with them. He's like, hey guys, I wanted to share this with you. Why Joseph shares it with them is beyond me. But he shares it with them, and he's like, hey guys, I need to tell you something. I had this dream, and guess what? You guys are all going to bow down to me one day. It's like, whoa, who do you think that you are? Right? Joseph has a story, and it's these 11 brothers are going to bow down before Joseph. And all the brothers, they just can't stand him. And so what they end up trying to do is they plot to kill him. So Joseph is out looking for his brothers one day, and they're like, okay, we gotta kill Joseph. And then Reuben, the oldest brother. Now, how many of you are the oldest in your family? Don't raise your hand. How many of you are the oldest in your family? Because only children are pretty much the youngest in the family. You get treated that way. So Reuben is the oldest, and he tells the brothers, he's like, yo, we're not going to kill him. Let's just throw him in this empty cistern right over here. So Joseph is thrown in an empty cistern to wait. And he's waiting, and he's waiting. And he gets pulled out of the cistern only to find out that his brothers had just sold him to the Ishmaelites to be sold into slavery for 20 shekels, 20 coins. They sold their brother into slavery. And so what the brothers end up doing is they're like, well, Pooh, we have to do something about the fact that we're coming home with no brother, or we're missing a brother. So let's dip his robe in goat's blood, bring it back all torn up to pieces, show it to our dad, and then we can deceive him and make him think that Joseph was killed. And so I want you to put yourselves in Joseph's shoes for just a moment, just a brief moment. You're taken out of your own country, you're taken out of the place that you grew up, and guess what? No one's looking for you. Now nobody's looking for you. They all think that you're dead, and so no one's going to find you, and you're taken. Joseph was sold into slavery in Egypt, which was the biggest nation at that time. And as he's sold into slavery, he doesn't have the same language as them, so he has to learn a new language. They don't even share the same values. They don't know who the God of Israel is yet. They're like, who is this God? They don't share the same values, the same beliefs. They don't even share the same language, the same native tongue, anything. And guess what? Oh yeah, no one's looking for Joseph. And so if you think that that he's alone. No one's even searching for him. And so just imagine yourself in Joseph's shoes for just a moment. So he's sold into the house of a man named Potiphar. Potiphar takes Joseph in, and Genesis 39 actually tells us that Joseph was that everything that Joseph touched was successful. And because of that, Potiphar, his master, his slave owner, acknowledged the God of Israel, acknowledged Yahweh, acknowledged the Lord over Joseph. Said, because of your God, I can tell everything you touch succeeds. And so what Potiphar did is he put him over everything in the house. He's like, I'm going to put you over everything, and I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I got to worry about, meaning Potiphar's like, the only thing I got to worry about right now, I just need to know what I'm putting in my body. I just need to know what I'm eating. That's how much Potiphar trusted Joseph. He's like, you can touch everything you want. Everything. It's all yours. I want you over it. And Joseph acknowledges that the Lord was with him. I go, man, hold on one second. All that stuff happening to you, and you still cling to hope. And this is where I go, man, life must have gotten so much easier after that, right? No. Here's what happens. So Potiphar's wife, I know this story kind of gets a little bit juicier. Potiphar's wife is looking at Joseph, and the Bible actually says that Joseph was a very handsome, well-built young man. So it kind of looked like Seth Rogney, all right? Just kidding, man. I love Seth. He's in here somewhere. He'll actually come up to the stage in just a moment. But he was a very well-built, handsome young man, very easy on the eyes, as some of you ladies would say. And Potiphar's wife was trying to sleep with him. So Potiphar's wife is now trying to have sex with Joseph, and she's trying to sleep with him any chance that she can get. So she's coming up to him day and night, like, yo. Kind of. So she's talking to Joseph, keeps coming up to him, keeps approaching him, and then finally, Joseph says something. He's like, hey, here's what you need to know. I am not going to sin against my master. I'm not going to betray my master after all that he has done for me. I will not sleep with you because, one, that's dishonoring to him, that's dishonoring to you, and more importantly, that's dishonoring to my God. And you go, man, Joseph, you're such a man after God's own heart. Clearly, things must get so much easier for you, right? No. They get harder because here's what happens. She keeps coming to him again, night after night after night, until finally no one's in the palace at the time except for her and Joseph. Corners him, grabs him by his outer cloak, cloak, the thing that he's wearing, and she tries to seduce him and get him to sleep with her, and he does some sort of swim move thing. I don't exactly know how he got away. He gets away, starts booking it. She starts crying and screaming, and all these people start coming to her, and she claims that Joseph had raped her. Because guess what? Joseph just ran out with no clothes on. She's got his outer garment in her hands, and now he's got to go stand before Potiphar completely naked. And as you imagine, this probably doesn't look good for Joseph. Everything's against him. And he's like, man, I'm trying to be a man after the word of God. I'm trying to be a man after God's own heart. And I'm doing the right thing over and over and over. God, I've waited on you time and time again. Why in the world do I keep getting the short end of the stick? Because then Joseph is not even put on trial, but he's thrown right into prison without even hesitation. And I want us to look at what happens as Joseph is put into prison. Genesis chapter 39, verse 21 through 23. But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden, and before long, the warden put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners and over everything that happened in the prison. And the warden had no more worries because Joseph took care of everything. The Lord was with him and caused everything he did to succeed. So literally, again, God is causing everything Joseph does to succeed. And you go, man, Joseph is still seeing that God is faithful, even though all this stuff is happening to him. I should go, man, like, Joseph, how much longer can you wait, dude? Like, you had this dream from the very beginning that God was going to make you this ruler over all these nations. And, dude, I don't know if you know this, but you're nowhere near that. Like, you're in a prison right now with no sign of getting out anytime soon. I mean, just picture yourself in Joseph's shoes for just a moment. Fast forward. There's a cupbearer and a baker who he's befriending in this prison. And the cupbearer and the baker, they have dreams, and so they go up to Joseph and they're like, hey, we've got these dreams, and we kind of need you to interpret them. And Joseph's like, yeah, I can interpret dreams, so this is what happens. He's got good news. Joseph has good news and bad news for them. So when he tells the cupbearer, he's like, hey, I got good news for you, baker, I got some bad news for you. You sure you guys want to hear it? Yeah, we want to hear it. Okay. Cupbearer, here's what's going to happen. You're actually not only going to be, you're going to be restored to your position as cupbearer in Potiphar's house, or in the Pharaoh's house. You're going to be restored as cupbearer. And to the baker, I've got some bad news for you. You're not going to be restored, and you're not going to make it out of here with your life. You're going to be killed. And so what ends up happening is Joseph, as the cupbearer is being brought out, Joseph goes, hey, please remember me as you go stand before the Pharaoh. Remember me. Tell them about what I did for you. And guess what happens? He forgets. So then Joseph is spending another 2 years in prison. Like, I'm just like, it's like wave after wave after wave. Like, how much more can this guy get hit with? Until finally, there's this moment after 2 years where Pharaoh has a dream and he's needing someone to interpret it, and none of his people, none of his magistrates, none of the rulers, none of the magicians, none of the people that are there could even tell him what his dreams meant. And this cupbearer's like, oh yeah, there's this guy that I know in the jail. I completely forgot about him for 2 years now. He interpreted my dream, and exactly what he said would happen, happened. And here I am. You should go talk to that guy. So Pharaoh pulls him out, and what ends up happening is Joseph predicts his dreams, tells him exactly the 7 years of plenty that they're going to have in the land, and then the 7 years of famine. And Pharaoh puts him second in charge over all of Egypt, the greatest nation at that time. Second in command. I just go, wow, that is incredibly amazing. And here's what I think is so important. Because what Joseph did in that moment, in those seasons of waiting, I believe if we get this, if we grab onto this, if we allow this to change our lives, I believe it will. And this is the thing that I was telling you. You might not necessarily want to hear it, but it is exactly what we need to hear. And it was something that was so convicting for me, and it's this, and I watched Joseph do it. He chose a commitment over his comfort. He chose commitment over comfort. Choosing a commitment over our comfort is something that is way easier said than done. Joseph knew, here's what you need to hear. Joseph knew that God was allowing him to be stretched beyond what he thought was possible. God was allowing Joseph to be stretched beyond what Joseph thought he could do. Outside of his comfort zone, he's like, I'm going to take you away from everything that you're comfortable with, your life, your things that you keep holding on to, and I'm going to stretch it because, Joseph, I promise you, there is something beautiful just waiting for you on the other side. But in that process, Joseph had to make a commitment to do what was right no matter how hard it was. He had to make a commitment in those moments to say, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trusting that even though it doesn't seem like God is good or that God is for me in this moment, that God, you are so good. God, you are so faithful, even when I can't see it. And even when I can't see it or feel it, I've got to believe that, God, you are good. Because here's the thing. Your timeline and my timeline doesn't, and most often will never match up with God's timeline. I hate to break it to you, but it most often will never match up with God's timeline. Think about Joseph. I'm sure the most comfortable thing in him for him in all those moments. If I just give in, there'll be nothing to it. I'm sure the most comfortable thing would have been like, man, like, you know, maybe I might move up in Potiphar's house if I sleep with this girl. Or maybe I'll progress in the kingdom if I ended up choosing to do this instead of that. Or maybe if I just do this, or I just stop fighting for my life, or I just give up, things will just go so much better. Here's what I need you to hear. Because what's true with Joseph is true with us. God may very well be allowing you to be stretched beyond what you are comfortable with. Some of you feel it right now. You're going, God, why am I here right now? Why did this guy break up with me? Why am I no longer in this relationship? God, why do I feel this way right now? God, why am I hurting? God, why did this happen? Why is this going on? Sometimes God is allowing us to be stretched beyond what we think is comfortable. So, whatever that thing is, what do you do in the midst of it? Whatever the environment, whatever the season that you're in right now, are you struggling? Are you frustrated? Are you irritated? Are you annoyed? Are you feeling like I'm done, I'm exhausted, I'm out? Because I can tell you, I've not only felt that, but sometimes, even in the past couple weeks, I've felt that right here, right now. God, I'm done. And what I was encouraged with and comforted with is this. It's in God's word, and he reminds us over and over and over and over and over again that your waiting isn't for nothing. Your waiting isn't for no reason at all, but your waiting is producing something in you that you have no idea. I want to read this verse, and then I'm going to ask Seth to come up here, and we're going to do a little illustration. 2 Corinthians 4:16-18 says this, therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we're being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles, like Paul's not trying to undermine your problems, your issues, your stuff that you got going on, the decisions that you're making, but he's going, they're light and momentary, and then he goes on to say this, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So he's saying in comparison to your life long term, this is light and it's momentary. You might feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. I'm telling you, it's light. Hang in there. God's got something for you. And then verse